You're standing in the kitchen and the dishes are sitting in the sink again. You have asked your partner to wash them, and it's not, once, multiple times. And something inside you just it gets snaps. What starts as, can you please just wash the dishes, turns into a full argument about respect, about who does more, about feeling completely unseen. And suddenly you both are saying things that have nothing to do with dishes, right? Sounds familiar. Here is what I have understood over 11 years of experience working with couples. The dishes are never about the dishes. And once you understand what they are actually about, everything changes. Hi, I am Shailaja Pisapati. I am a licensed clinical psychologist, relationship therapist based in Hyderabad. I have worked with hundreds of couples across 11 years of work experience. And today I am going to show you exactly what's happening beneath the surface of every small argument in your relationship and what you can actually do about it. Think of think of every couple's argument like an iceberg. So what you see above the water, the dishes, or the late arrival, or the phone left on the table during dinner, or the forgotten anniversary, that's the trigger, correct? It's real, it's visible, but it's tiny compared what's underneath. Below the surface, there is, like, where the real fight lives, and it's made of things like, I don't feel valued in this relationship. I'm exhausted, and you don't even notice that. I feel like I am doing this completely alone. I'm scared. You don't love me the same way anymore. All these things, correct? So these things, these whatever the feelings, it don't come out cleanly. They can't, because saying I am afraid, you're taking me for granted, makes us feel vulnerable, exposed. But saying you never wash the dishes, that feels safer. It's more specific. It's something you can argue about without showing how frightened or lonely you actually feel inside. So the dishes, like, that becomes what I call a proxy argument. So the dishes is a proxy argument, correct? Now here, a stand-in for the real conversation, neither the person know how to start it. And here is the painful part. The partner is hearing, you never wash the dishes, is also not hearing the real message underneath. They're defending themselves about dishes. Both people walk away feeling completely unheard because they were fighting two completely different battles. Now, I want to talk about here the psychology. So why does this keep happening? Why can't we just say what we mean? There is something in psychology called emotional flooding. So when we feel a strong negative emotion, like taken granted for, or feeling lonely in our own home, or our nervous system starts to get overwhelmed. And when we are overwhelmed, the part of the brain responsible for rational, calm communication, the prefrontal cortex, starts to go offline. What takes over instead is our amygdala, our fight or flight center. Got it. And when you are in fight or flight mode, you don't communicate, you attack or you withdraw. Something, either you will do it, correct? You either go sharp, you never do anything around her here, or you go cold, or silent, or you leave the room. Neither of this is what actually want, but your nervous system has already taken the wheel. Now, adding to this, something I see in almost every couple I work with, unmet core needs. That is, in my experience, I want to see that nearly every recurring argument in a relationship traces back to one or more of these four needs going unmet. The first need, the need to be feel valued. Do you see how much I do? Need to, the need to feel safe. Can I trust that you're really with me? Need three, the need for, the need to feel respected. Do you take me seriously? Fourth, the need to feel loved, not just said, demonstrated. The dishes are almost always about need one to need three. When your partner doesn't wash the dishes, you are not consciously thinking they are lazy. You are feeling, even if you can't put it into words, I am invisible in this relationship. My efforts go unnoticed. I don't matter here. That's not a dishes problem. That's a wound. Correct? Now, let's, how this we process in the therapy room, or we talk about, we interact in the therapy room. Let me share something I see often in my practice, and I will change few details to protect the privacy of the people involved. A couple came to me, married 7 years, two children they have. They said they were fighting constantly about the house, about money, about who was spending time with the children. They didn't even know where to start. I asked them both individually one simple question: when did you last feel truly appreciated by your partner? Both of them went very quiet. Then the wife said, I cook every single day. I manage the children, the school runs, the house. He comes home and looks at his phone. He hasn't said thank you in anything, or I don't even remember when. And the husband says that when I asked him the same question, said, I work for long hours. I come home exhausted. I feel like nothing I do is ever enough. She's always upset about some or the other thing. Don't even know what she wants from me or anymore. So all this. Now, two people, both completely exhausted, both feeling unseen, both fighting about the surface because they had stopped being able to speak the language underneath. The real conversation they needed, the one they hadn't been able to have, was simply this: I am struggling and I need you to see me. When we got to that place in the therapy room, they both cried out, not because things were terrible, but because they recognized each other again. The dishes were never the problem. The disconnection was. Now, what to actually do? So, I'm not going to leave you with just insight. I want to give you something you can actually use as starting today. Four steps I want to talk. First step: catch the trigger before it becomes a big fight. The moment you feel that surge rising, with the sharp irritation, pause just 2 seconds. Ask yourself, what am I actually feeling right now? And what do I actually need? Not, I am angry about the dishes. Go deeper. I'm feeling like I'm doing this alone. I need to feel like we are a team. There's a real thing. That's what needs to be said, right? Now let's go to the step two. Change the opening line completely. Instead of you never help me or around the house, which is an like attacking mode. And your partner will definitely defend themselves against it. Try this instead. I have been feeling really stretched lately, and I could genuinely use your support. Can we talk about how we can divide the things? Same situation, completely different conversation opens the door, the other thing slams the door, correct? Step three: makes the invisible visible regularly. That means what I want to say is, don't wait until you are flooded to say what you need. Build a small daily habit of making things visible. I noticed you handled that by yourself today. Thank you. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed this week. I just need to say that loud. The small moments of honesty builds what researchers calls emotional safety. And in a relationship with emotional safety, the dishes argument rarely escalates because neither person is carrying a suitcase full of unspoken resentment. Now, step four: if you keep having the same fight, get support. If you and your partner are having the same argument on a loop, same fight, different triggers every few weeks, this is a signal, like, not that your relationship is completely broken, but that there is a conversation you haven't been able to have yet. That's exactly what therapy is for. You don't have to wait until things are at a crisis point. Most of the couples I work with come in with things are simply stuck, not destroyed. And that's the best time to come. Now let me, let's end it. Let's conclude it. Relationship, they don't break because of the dishes, correct? Or laundry, or who forgot to pay the bills on time. They break because two people who once chooses each other stopped being able to say, I am hurting you and I need you to see that. And they grow, really grow. When both people are willing to look beneath the trigger and ask, what is this actually about? If something in this video gave you a moment of recognition about your relationship, or even about yourself or about your partner, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. You never know whose marriage it might quietly help. If you are going through something in your relationship and you would like to work through it with a professional, I am based in Hyderabad. You can go to my website or you can comment me. The link for booking the appointment is going to immediately provide you. Subscribe to the channel. I share real evidence based insights on the relationships, mental health, and about how your mind actually works. So, and I would like to drop in comments if you are looking for some more in any topic. What is that thing you and your partner argue on most? I read every single comment. I am Shailaja Pisapati signing off. Take care of your mind and take care of each other. Thank you very much.